Hey there, this is Ben Howard coming to you on this month's real estate market report, giving you all of the information you need about buying and selling homes here in North Texas. Well, what a crazy couple of months it's been. We've seen interest rates go from sky high, now dipping back down to where they are now. We saw the prices in the summer that were ridiculously inflated, and that's corrected a little bit now. So where do we sit right now when it comes time? Is it time to jump on buying a house, selling a house? Should we sit back? What's the right thing for me to do if you're considering selling a house this next year? Hey, well, let's just dive right into these numbers. We're going to get in just where the market is sitting at, what interest rates are looking at, and what the whole picture looks like for you. So we hop over here to, on the final one right now. I'm going to skip back to something else here on the sales price. Now, this is 10 years, so this is back 2013. You can see the normal ebb and flow. January is almost always the lowest. The lowest, the lowest. It goes up from January. January is always the lowest price to buy a house. So if you're looking for a house, it's always now. The one anomaly that we had, I know we've talked about it on here for a little while, is this last year where January only did this. And then we had a huge explosion this last year. This is 2022. Here's the thing, we've never seen this before. Well, we had two huge increases, but we had the largest decrease in history as well. So we're sitting down here. I have a few reasons to believe that right now this is going to be the lowest that we get. One thing is this, the Fed just gave the report, and they've reported that inflation is actually doing really well, better than Europe, better than other parts of the world. So instead of bumping up interest rates 0.5%, they only did 0.25%. That's a really good sign for us. But remember, that doesn't necessarily impact the mortgage rate. It's not the same thing. Those follow the 10-year Treasury bonds. So right now, as we're looking, this is actually a really good time to buy. It's not a bad time to sell either, maybe in a month or two to sell. But interest rates are they're going down, which means the prices for a house go up. They move counter to each other. So just know when interest rates go down, this is when it was up here, this is when we were at 3%. And this is when we got to 6 and 7%. But now we're back down to 6 and going below that. And with lenders, they're giving you buy down as well. So I know you can get into the 4s again if you want to. So let's take a look at some other things on here. But right now, prices are as low as they're going to be, in my humble opinion. I want to look at something here. This summer, this is on average 103% of asking prices what was closing. And we've seen these sellers who are still trying to get those numbers now. They're only getting 95% of what they were asking. 95 is still not bad. But again, when interest rates go crazy, or when they get back to normal, these numbers are going to go back up again to 100%, above 100% probably. So just know that right now, if you're looking to maybe get something under asking price, even though asking price is a little bit lower right now, this is the time you can do it. I don't think it's going to stay this way for very long. And we're going to look at the month supply now. This is the granddaddy. Remember, this is the one that tells us if we're in a buyer's market or in a seller's market. And in this case, for most of the country, when it's up at 6 months, which is off the charts for us, that's when it's a neutral market for buyers and for sellers. Oh, I got a dog chomping a bone in the back. Hey, Watson, quit chomping that bone. We got 6 months. In North Texas, really, 4 months is a neutral market where buyers and sellers have about the same. I know some people are going to argue with me about it. I don't care, because we are always in a seller's market here in North Texas because more people are moving in than moving out. But you can see we are down here is when things were crazy and there was not even a month of inventory. That's why sellers could sell for whatever they wanted to. Now we're back up here. When things in the normal springtime fashion jump back on the market, in springtime when things jump back on the normal market as they do, these are probably going to go a little bit higher to give buyers a little bit more advantage. Let's take a look to see how that goes. Speaking of interest rates, we've referred a few times, I'm going to go ahead and show you the 20-year mortgage rate or 30-year mortgage rate. So here in the 80s, this is when it went crazy, up about 18%. The average since 71 when they started recording in this way 7.75%. Right now, we're at about 6%. And again, lenders right now are getting creative because they don't make money unless you get a loan. So they're doing buy down programs. A lot of the times the seller has to agree to that. And right now, sellers might agree to that. Where I've seen some, you can get back down 4%, under 4%. If you have questions on that, I'm happy to direct you to a lender. Um, they're not going to pressure you. The guys that I use, I have two main lenders, and the reason why I work with them because they've never done my people wrong, and I have two mortgages with these two guys. So if you have any questions or you just want to, see what the information is, hey, it's not a bad call to make. It'd be about 45 seconds. They can give you a rough idea what it's like. If you decide the time is right to buy a house, they can get you pre-qualified in an hour. So all that to say, right now it looks like it's a good time to buy, an excellent time to buy. Coming up now, it's right now is not as excellent to sell, but within a month or two, I think it's going to be great. You might want to talk to a lender if you have to do both. It's possible you might be able to buy now and then sell in a month or two. You can carry both notes. That would be absolutely the best way to do it. Hey, but if you have any questions at all, feel free to give me a holler. My number's down below. You can just send me a message. If you have to send email, you can just reply. Hey, but I'm Ben Howard, and I look forward to talking to you next time.